Hey guys, Football5 here with episode number 10 of the West Ham career mode, and we have done it. After the back-to-back 6 goals conceded, we've bumped it down to Legendary, and we're going to see how this second half of the season goes on Legendary. I think the Arsenal game, actually, that would have been the 19th game, so the game against Brighton would have been the 20th, so we've kind of basically got an equal split basically of Ultimate games versus Legendary games in the league. So we can kind of compare at the end of the season, see if we need to go back onto Ultimate because it's too easy, or to stick it out on Legendary because it's a bit more realistic. You can see that we just signed Keylor Navas. We planned on doing that in the previous episode because we did sign Georgie from Valencia to be our main starting goalkeeper. Navas then come in. He is going to be our rotational Cup and Europa League goalkeeper. Fabianski is finished at this club. He's done. I'm done with him. Areola's obviously, he's already left. He joined Brighton on the 1st of January. And we are not looking back, basically. We can say adios to those two. But into this one. FA Cup against Brentford. It is a competition. Obviously, I've wanted to win a cup competition this season. We got knocked out of the Carabao Cup by Bournemouth in the second round. This one, we entered in the third round, obviously, because we're a Premier League team. But again, we get drawn up against another Premier League team. I'd love an easy cup draw. It'd be so nice. But you can see we do go 1-up through Tammy Abraham. This Brentford team, they were struggling at one point in the league table. They were down in the relegation zone. I think they've bounced back from that this season. Obviously this season, but I think they've bounced back from that. I think they're much higher up in the league now, kind of around us in that 10th position. I do believe, if I'm not wrong. But here, Willian Onto probably should be scoring that. We'll give it to him. He's only young. We'll give it to him. We'll give him a chance. As it falls to Antonio, he nodded into the back of the net. And now, because we've just kind of come past the December busy period, everyone's kind of knackered after that, we can kind of rotate less and less now, because we've passed that busy part. The next time it gets quite busy, it's maybe if we get far in the Europa League and in this league, in the FA Cup, and the league, kind of that April-May period might become busy because of the potential semi-finals in both competitions. But you know us, we've switched to Legendary now, but you know us, you know what we like to do. We love to concede goals. We love to concede lots of goals. So those two-legged affairs in the Europa League, there could be big fight backs for us if we continue the trend of conceding lots and lots of goals. But here against Brentford, we are 2-1 to the good. Coming into the 90th minute though, and Bermu runs down the byline, plays inside to Neil Maupay. We get the tackle in with a Gerd, but it falls to Aaron Hickey, back to Maupay. Navas probably should be doing better there. Falls to the ground way too quickly. But the 92nd minute, Neil Maupay makes it 2-2. From a kickoff, Antonio loses the ball. And Bermo, they're just quick at us. Over the top to Wissa. Kufal can't get across quick enough. He gets bodied off the ball. Played inside to Lewis Potter. And just in a flash, we've been knocked out of the FA Cup. We were 2-1 up in the 90th minute. 91st, 92nd, 93rd. We're out. We're 3-2 down. We've just been knocked out. Incredibly, our first game on Legendary, we get smashed. Now, I mentioned in the previous episode, there was a player from Manchester United that I was looking at because they tried to sign Kurt Zouma from us. That man was Aaron Wan-Bissaka, 26 years old, 81 overall, come in, first team, straight in where Kufal is, bang. And I thought because Kufal got bodied at the end of the last game, now is the perfect time to try and get him. But they wanted way too much money. The most I was going to do was 10 million plus Kurt Zouma. Well, 10 million and £1. Villa bid 30 million. That was accepted and whatnot. But thankfully, so was our deal with Kurt Zouma. Now, Kurt Zouma, he has been a mainstay in the team, but Mavropanos has been really good since I put him into the first team, so he can stay. Agerd wasn't too bad. We'll probably replace him next season, next summer. So Kurt Zouma was kind of always going to get replaced in this season, or in this series. We've just done it a bit earlier. We've done it probably 6 months earlier than we were going to do it, and we got a decent little player in return in Aaron Wan-Bissaka. So that right back slot is now solidified as Aaron Wan-Bissaka's spot to lose. I think so. A very good deal if you don't ask. If I don't say so myself, there we go. Get my words out. But returning to the Premier League, we need to bounce back. We need to bounce back after 3 embarrassing losses in a row. The 6-0 to Arsenal, the 6-3 to Brighton, and then the 3-2 to Brentford. So we've got Sheffield United, basically the perfect opposition, a newly promoted team. Bottom of the league table, I do believe, in this career mode. And we can just take out our anger on them. And 33 minutes into the game, Tammy Abraham puts us 1-0 to the good. Continues his fine goal-scoring form. I think he's into 20 goals now. Obviously, the record set by Haaland last year, I think, was 36. Was it 36? Did he end on? I can't quite remember how many Haaland ended on in the Premier League last year. In-game, actually. In-game, it is still 32. The record is still 32 goals. So EA need to update that to account for what happened last year. But yeah, we're 1-0 up. But we went 1-0 up against Brentford. And well, Cameron Archer makes it 1-1. And I've been looking at Cameron Archer actually as a potential backup to Tammy. Obviously, we are losing Antonio. He will be joining Al Hilal at the end of the season on a free contract. We've already sold Danny Ings to Lazio. So we need a backup striker in the summer. That is a definite, because we can't go into the season with just Tammy up top. So Cameron Archer is someone I've looked at. Dominic Solanke, reuniting Tammy and Dominic Solanke, like in their Chelsea youth days, when I think there was a season when they both scored like 50 odd goals each in all competitions. It was insane. But Paqueta puts us 2-1 to the good, back in front. The pace of Kudus is brilliant here. Just skips past the players. They can't be dealing with him. Inside to Tammy. He shoots. Great save from Fotheringham. On to Bowen, and he just can't quite get the connection to secure another goal. On January 30th. Bit of revenge against Bournemouth. Can we finally beat them? They come to the London Stadium, but can we finally beat them? They've put 10 past us this season, I think it is, in total. So we need to do something about that. In the 82nd minute, bit of defending here. Georgie probably should be doing better. It's a second goal for Cameron Archer. 2-2. 6 minutes left in this game. Can we do anything? Can we get 3 points, or is legendary too difficult to us? We need to go down to world class. Well, Kudus, once again, he showed it earlier on. Turns his man brilliantly. He's got Tammy in the middle. Finds him. Tammy's then crowded out a bit too much, but Paqueta is there. Outside the boot of his stronger left foot. And just like that, an instant reply from our Brazilian Magnifico in the midfield. He's brilliant. Obviously, Liverpool tried to sign him in episode 2. We wanted that big chunk of change for him. Anyone comes in for him again in January, in the remainder of January, in the summer, I'm again going to demand a big chunk of change, because I do not want to lose him. He is key on how we play at West Ham. Bournemouth at the London Stadium, the final game of today's episode. We need our revenge, and we need it to be a very nice served platter there. You know, we want to get our goals back. You know, we want to smash them, get our goals back. But you look at this Bournemouth team, got a couple of good players. I actually do believe, similar to Sheffield United, they're in that kind of, they're relegation threatened, I do believe. So they've kind of, their only joy this season has been smashing us. 25 minutes in, Lucas Paqueta goes and gets his 3rd goal in 2 games. Irreplaceable. Just like Tammy, he's irreplaceable. I think anyone else in the team we can probably replace. Maybe Alvarez. He has just been brilliant this season as well. So maybe that spine, that 3-man spine of Tammy, Paqueta and Alvarez is irreplaceable. Everyone other than that can be replaced. We did it with Zouma. We did it with Kufal. We did it with Fabianski and Areola. We did it with all of them. We have no no one who is irreplaceable apart from those three men. We do concede though, again to Bournemouth. Much tighter in this one though. Back and forth. We do want to pick up the victory though. That is the key point in this as Kudus turns his man. Neto with an incredible save, denying us at the near post, but Alvarez doesn't quite allow them to hit us on the counter-attack, and it's going to go right back to Kudus. Down this left-hand side, cuts inside to Tammy. He strikes. He goes and gets another goal to his tally. That's 25 goals this season for Tammy, and we're still in January. Could be on for the breaking that record. Haaland could hold that record for only one season, which is mental. 2-1 though, up against Bournemouth. Can we get that third just to secure the victory? That safety blanket for these final 10 minutes as it's played into Tammy. Tammy finds Jarrod Bowen. He finds James Ward-Prowse. And he finds the back of the net. 3 goals to us. 3 points coming home with us. Another victory in the Premier League. And we now need to keep building on this. We've got back-to-back in this one. If we can continue this for the rest of the season, beating the teams we should be beating, competing against the teams that maybe should be beating us, we should be able to get European football at this stadium once again. Maybe not Champions League, maybe not Europa League, but Conference League, I'll take it. Will the fans take it? Will the board take it? Will we be sacked at the end of the season? I don't know. I'm going to leave you with the final hour of deadline day. Nothing happened at all. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. If you have, please like, subscribe, and peace.